I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions, and in this video I'm going to be showing you things to do outside the convention center of Comic-Con. This video's live. I'll be doing this for about as long as I can until the cell phone service dies on me, which happens eventually, so if there's an abrupt ending, that is why. So this is the convention center for San Diego Comic-Con. I am out here at the back of the convention center on the side with the harbor. The backside of the convention center always has a lot of free things to do outside. Just behind me here is the IMDb boat. Kevin Smith is going to be on that boat. There's going to be all sorts of other people. I'm flipping this around so we can see other things. You can even get free hugs at Comic-Con, which is very good. Thank you very much for a happy Thursday. So most of these free activities don't require any badge. So if you're planning to come downtown to the Gaslamp district, you can just come on in and check these things out. This is the TBS boat. It's called Wrecked. It's a pop-up island. Free beer, boars, coconut tree climbs, mini golf, skee ball, and more. You got to be 21 to go in. But hey, how many times do you get free beer? One of the biggest attractions at Comic-Con, and Yippee, who's on the live stream, said I should get a free hug from her. I would, it just might ruin the live stream, so I'll have to come back and get that later. One of the big attractions back here is the Adult Swim on the Green. Adult Swim is a kind of part of the Cartoon Network, and Cartoon Network has a lot of like adult-related cartoons, and every year in the back they have this carnival. One of the things I really enjoy at the carnival, they've got Meatwad back here, this Meatwad dome. It's like a 180-degree projection experience that they project on that dome. Best part of it is air-conditioned. Later at night, they show previews and things like that, and they've also got carnival games that you can play. If you play the carnival games, then you get free Adult Swim prizes. They've got 2 lines to enter, but if you want to come in here, you have to sign up on the mobile app. You get like a little QR code, and then they let you in. They opened at 1, and the line was really impressive. I'll be walking by that here in just a second. And since this is a live stream, anybody who's watching the live stream, if you want me to go back and look at anything more, I am happy to. So this is the big promenade behind the convention center. On this promenade, you'll notice there's people over here on the right and people on the left. Those people are waiting to get into Hall H tomorrow. It is currently 1:14 p.m. on Thursday, and yes, those people are waiting for panels on Friday. This is more of the Adult Swim Carnival over on the left, and so they're back there, are waiting on the green. I was going to go in, except I gave on that line. Mimi3000 says, fun, thanks for joining. Ty-tastic asks if there's any ladies wearing stockings. I'm sure we'll find some ladies wearing stockings eventually. Cosplay is very popular here. And there was a final comment. Anthony Caulfield says, hello from Ireland. Thanks for joining in from Ireland. It is probably slightly cooler in Ireland than it is here today. So going by this way, you can see Comic-Con pretty much takes over downtown. This is the Hilton Hotel. It's got an advertisement for Legion on it, for FX. As we get into more of the downtown area, you'll see even more stuff set up over there. Over here on the left, this is just past the Cartoon Network Carnival. Here's stuff for Fox. They're doing laser tag. You can play laser tag in promotion of the Ghosted show. Laser tag right there. Look at that. That's a very cool gun. I should get in line. I'll do that later. Thank you very much. And they are also promoting the Orville. I am totally looking forward to the Orville. It is a new show by Seth MacFarlane, one of the creators of Family Guy, and it's kind of like a Star Trek parody, I guess. And in the Orville area, they've got this, I guess, interplanetary gravity ride that you can go on, and it spins you around on the gyroscope. Maybe wait here for just a second for them to go on that scope. But I think when you come in here, they bring you in, they take your picture, They got some cool smoke that comes up there. Maybe they give you a badge. I'm not certain. That's a fairly typical thing. But this gyroscope is something that I saw it on the news this morning. Like the anchors from Fox News were on this ride. And it is a really good vomitorium, I would say, because it just spins around, up and down, sideways. They're harnessing them in here. More smoke. All right, they're taking too long, so I'm gonna continue. But trust me, that ride is very exciting if you like thrill rides. The only problem with a lot of these outdoor exhibits is they do have lines. If you watched any of my previous videos about things to know about Comic-Con or my hall walkthrough, you will know that Comic-Con is line con. So every one of these will have a line. Just be prepared. It's just like going to Disneyland, except no fast passes. Here's another Fox attraction. This Fox attraction, they are promoting The Gifted, and they're doing screenings of The Gifted, complete with smoke as well. All right, let's walk through here. What do we got back here? This is the Strain. This is for FX Networks. FX Networks is promoting Legion in their F exhibition. That's pretty funny. Apparently this is a mixed reality, augmented reality attraction with the HoloLens. If you like taking pictures or selfies outside Comic-Con, there are tons of places where you can take pictures and selfies. Here's one right here where you can take a photo op on the swings. Let's see. Ooh, this looks interesting. This is the Atlanta Shop Shot. Stand on the ceiling, walk the walls, put it in the video. Life is experienced from every perspective. And boy, if only I could do a live in there. They've got a camera, and I don't know if you can see, there's a couple people inside that. Looks pretty exciting. All right, I'm gonna go over here. There's something for the Strain, the partnership working together for a better tomorrow. The Strain has sunscreen, which I might just get a little bit of sunscreen because it's bright out here. And they've got from different seasons of the show, in case you want to see severed stingers from the Strain. They look pretty lifelike, props from the show. And then you can try your luck over here at the Swag Box, one of these crane games. I can never win at those things. I'm convinced those games are rigged. They are rigged, I say. They got some nice seats here with a covered shade awning that you can see your tweets or Instagrams posted on the F exhibition wall. Looks to be the final thing in this area is the AHS sneak peek. Looks like a cool little old school movie theater, and says you need to be in good health, strobe lights, so that looks to be a motion ride out here. All right, so now that's kind of what's behind. Oh, Joshy Upton says American Horror Story. Thank you very much. I should have known that. I appreciate it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and walk over. There's this bridge that goes over Harbor Drive to the other side of the convention center to the Petco Interactive Zone. The Petco Interactive Zone is across from Petco Park. Petco Park is this ballpark back here. That's where the San Diego Padres play. But of course, it would be too busy for the San Diego Padres to play during Comic-Con. There'd be no place to park. So they use a lot of the parking lots for displays, giveaways, rides, and things like that. Jazz This comments and says, crane games are often rigged. The operator can set a payout rate to ensure that the claw will only grip the prize one out of so many times. That is rigged. Wow, what a drag. Nugget of Blue Gold, thanks for joining into the live stream. It is a live broadcast, indeed. Up here, they've got some billboards for sentinelservices.com on this parking garage. It's not a crime to have the X gene. Somebody handed me a piece of paper earlier and said, you better get tested to see if you have the X gene. And I'm not sure what that is because I haven't watched The Gifted, or I don't know much about it, but maybe I'll check that out later. Hey, there's a guy wearing a cool squid hat and antennas. As I'm walking this way to the left, Comic-Con's a big news place, Channel 7 from LA. And these tents out here, these are the tents for people to line up for Hall H. Hall H is the big, what do I call it, 6,000 seat hall where all the big stars go. And the lines, those people that were out in line earlier that I showed you by the bay, eventually they'll go in those tents when it becomes later tonight or tomorrow morning. There was a question asked, if I can put it back up on the screen, from sorry about that, the Wi-Fi dropped off. Sarasi E asked, how long am I here? I am here the whole weekend, so it's what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I'll be here the whole weekend. Let's see, Anthony asked if I'll be going to Hall H. I will be going to Hall H, but I basically go in when the lines are short. So here we go, looking back out on Harbor Drive. This is the main street in front of the convention center. That's Hall H. I haven't quite yet decided what panels I want to get into. There's Game of Thrones tomorrow, things like that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get into them because I am unwilling to camp out overnight in super long lines. So I'm walking over this bridge across Harbor Drive. There's the trolleys going by. San Diego trolley's pretty neat. Over here in San Diego is the Trolley Yard. This is where they keep the coaster, they keep the freight train to do repairs. I find that this bridge, if you are coming... Sorry that stream dropped again. I'm not sure what YouTube and Wi-Fi is doing to me, but back again here. So as I was saying, the coaster is pretty neat. It's like a local commuter train that's passing underneath us right now. This bridge I'm crossing over is the best way to get to the other side. When they have Comic-Con, they always run more trains and more trolleys. And so that makes it really difficult to actually cross the street any other way. So I am almost over to the Petco Interactive Zone. It's just on the other side of this bridge. I'll go ahead and take a look down here. And I'll be going down here in just a second. But this is typically a parking lot for Petco Park. But they got all these various attractions down there. Some, like Geico, I really wonder why they come to Comic-Con because it's an insurance company. Others, they've got laser tag in the middle, food trucks over there, and it's got the sign that says Interactive Zone. So let's go ahead and head down this staircase and take a look and see what is down there. The times that I think is best to check out these sites, if you do have a Comic-Con badge, are days when you get snaked from going into the halls, or days when the exhibit hall is just too busy. Thursday is usually a good day to go to the exhibit hall because Thursday is not a very busy day at Comic-Con. Saturday is often the day that I explore a lot of these outside things, but I'm exploring it today for all of you, particularly that if anybody's coming to Comic-Con this weekend and hasn't been outside, they will know what to expect. Jazz This made a comment and said, this is a really beautiful part of San Diego. All the buildings and landscaping are so clean and well designed. I agree, Jazz This. This is a very beautiful, nice part of San Diego. It didn't always used to be that way. In fact, the downtown Gaslamp district used to be the seedy part of San Diego with strip clubs and really bad. We do still have a pretty big homeless problem in downtown San Diego, but when Comic-Con is here, that kind of all gets pushed aside. This is unfortunate for those vendors selling t-shirts. They likely didn't have a permit, and I think they're probably getting busted by the cops. Right in front of the interactive zone is where the buses drop off. San Diego Comic-Con runs all these bus routes to local hotels, and so they drop off right here in front of this zone. There's the sign, Petco Interactive Zone. And so we're coming in. Sandra Bryan Lord said, thanks for letting us see Comic-Con in Jamaica. Sandra, you are most welcome. If you didn't get a chance to check out my exhibit hall tour from yesterday, I've got a couple videos walking through the inside of the Comic-Con as well. So here's the Geico booth. They've got something where you can sing custom Geico karaoke video and enter to win a $500 gift card. And there's the Geico bag, very cool, and a very large inflatable Geico gecko. Over here is Cody Kapow. Cody Kapow, you can watch on Sprout. I guess Sprout is a streaming service. They've got this martial arts temple where you can learn martial arts, primarily a thing for kids, kind of like maybe a American Ninja Warrior for the kiddies. If we come over this way, there's a lot of food trucks in this area. So there's little things out here where you can sit and eat your lunch if you pick something up from a food truck. Xfinity, which is like a cable provider by Comcast. They've got these various sets from some favorite shows. Here's a set from Orange is the New Black, and you can get your picture taken in the cafeteria from the show. This one is probably my favorite of the sets. Cyborg Man says he wants me to learn karate now, and I totally would, except the line was long. I love this guy's outfit. This is like Pac-Man. That's a Pac-Man leisure suit.
Yeah, you know.
That is totally awesome.
How you do?
Okay, back to the Game of Thrones set. Sorry about the start there again. So Game of Thrones, and if you can see inside, then it's got the dragons and the throne. That's a pretty neat place to get your picture taken. I might just have to get in that line later. And then over here, we've got Luke Cage. This is on Netflix. Marvel Luke Cage. It's one of the barber shops. Play some chess over there. Jennifer Connolly says, so cool. I agree. That is pretty cool. Over here, Sphero has a booth. For those of you who don't know who Sphero is the company that made the little BB-8 that was super popular. And they're going to be advertising the new Sphero Spider-Man. And of course, this big Sphero right here is being controlled by this guy's app right over here. Take your picture in front of that really big Spider-Man. Just past the Spider-Man, there's a neat Star Wars craft right here. And I'm not sure if they're doing pictures right now, but earlier in the day, they were letting people climb in and take pictures in the Star Wars craft. They've even kind of got like a movie set in the backwards for it. Yeah, Cyborg Man, exactly. Giant Spidey. I mean, that's pretty cool. There are some more food trucks back here. In case you're wondering which one's my favorite, I was at Super Q this morning. I had lunch there. Pretty good barbecue. And if people wonder if barbecue trucks get inspected by City Health Services, in fact, they do. The city was inspecting that earlier this morning. Here in the middle, there's something for Nickelodeon Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. I'm not sure what Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie is. But here in the middle, I think this is pretty neat. This is promoting Recoil, and it's a big laser tag arena. So people there are waiting in line, and then they can come in here. If they get shot, they have to come to a respawn thing and shoot each other up in here. So there's quite a bit of laser tag here this year. We'll notice as we're coming this way, Wonder Woman, popular cosplay this year. Lots of Wonder Womans at Comic-Con. Here is the Crave Squad. Hey, hey! Say hi to YouTube Live, everybody! Hey! Right, it's great how people love to wave to cameras. But this is the Crave Squad. It's a promotion for Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is a local San Diego hamburger chain. Something that I find very interesting back here. You might be wondering why I'm showing you bathrooms, but there's a very interesting bathroom back here next to these bathrooms, and it is a bathroom by the Tick. If you love the Tick, then there's the Tick bathrooms. You can relieve yourself of evil, or you can get flushed with justice. That's a very creative marketing technique. Cyborg Man comments and says, Comic-Con always looks so cool. Hopefully one day I can go. Cyborg Man, I hope you can too. Tickets are hard to come by, but you can get them. They do a public registration ahead of time. Jennifer Connolly says, I went 3 times in early 2000. It was so amazing, but it wasn't so heck as it is now. Heck or hectic. Yes, it is absolutely crazy now. Here's a bus for it. And everybody's waving. Excellent. And the bus is like a VR augmented reality experience for it. You know, and it's funny, Jazz, they probably don't know that it's a celebrity, but there was somebody earlier when I was trying to get my live stream working who came up to me and asked if I was Yellow Productions on YouTube. So by the way, if you're that gentleman, let me know, because I handed you a card. I guess it does help I have the yellow shirt. Now, I thought this was very interesting. This is the Chic Cyborg Man razor. Like, it's a Chic Hydro razor dressed up as almost like Iron Man or something like that. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Because at first I didn't know like what Chic razors had to do with Comic-Con, but I thought it's pretty cool they've got someone dressed up in cosplay like that. Over here, they've got a promotion for the AT&T Original Series Mr. Mercedes. And I won't go super close because they got loud music and you won't be able to hear me, but they are making custom t-shirts pressed over there and ice cream they're giving out in the back. Jazz This says that's awesome. I agree it is. Probably one of the most awesome cosplays I've seen this year. And Cyborg Man says the razor blade guy looks like he can do some damage. I think he can. This is a very interesting backdrop I mentioned to take a picture in front of. This is a smiley face done up with a bunch of tennis balls. Alan Liu says, cool, very good camera quality. Hopefully you're referring to this video. So thanks, I'm glad to hear the quality is holding up. There's a, okay, so here's the ice cream truck for Mr. Mercedes TV. And then just on the other side, there's the Lich King's Ice Cream Citadel. You could probably guess that San Diego this time of year is quite warm, and ice cream is very popular. Over here at the Ice Cream Citadel, they've got different things you can take pictures in front of with pulling the sword out of the ice. And they give you free ice cream too. And they've got this little table. You can also take selfie shots right here. Maybe I won't mind if I do. Let's see if this works. All right, sit down here and there's the table. All right. Apparently I cannot hold my camera far enough away to really make that a good shot. Over here in the middle, Razer, who makes a lot of computer products. I want to be quiet and just walk in here.
We also got the photo booth rocking. Project Cars is going over here all day. We're going to be giving away that GTX 1080 for the fastest lifetime of the weekend. We got the Game Beast tournament coming up. We got the sticker right here, guys. That's how you win a free. That's how you win a free t-shirt. What size shirt are you, man?
Okay, that was really loud in there. And then over here is FM 94.9. There's always radio stations here every year promoting their radio station. People standing in line here for Hunks Food Goo. It's going to be from the new Netflix show for Voltron. Getting in line for some green ice cream. Lots of people in cosplay. Batman too. I love it. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and walk out of the Petco Interactive Zone and walk over to the heart of the Gaslamp District, always around 5th and Harbor, right in the center of the convention center. There are a bunch of interactive exhibits walking along the path right along Harbor Drive. Question, Sarasi E says, how hot is it? Well, you know, as an American, I can only answer in Fahrenheit, so hopefully that's useful to you. But I'd say it's probably maybe 83 or 85 today, which I guess isn't super awful, but I would consider that pretty warm. So, One of the things, if you've watched my previous videos about Comic-Con, you know it's busy, there's a lot of people. There are 100,000 people that come to Comic-Con every year, so eventually you'll get into these kind of walkways or places where you feel like a sheep.
Ancestry.com, check your room.
I mentioned it's hot, so lots of people selling drinks and ice cream. Jennifer Connolly says, I heard that on the Petco Park thing the public can go, you don't need a badge for it. That is correct, Jennifer. All the stuff that I am walking around in this video, you do not need a badge for. So anything you've seen me walk around in this video, free to the public. So if you're in San Diego, plan to come down to the Gaslamp, you can absolutely go into all those things. They're pretty much here because they want to promote whatever it is that they are promoting. Jazz This says, this is a sea of people, reminds me of the Strip here in Vegas. Jazz This, it is absolutely a sea of people. And I feel like a cow or a sheep or something like that sometimes. And today is Thursday, which is the least busy of the like 5 days of Comic-Con. So keep that in mind too. Because you figure most people actually are working today and probably not able to come down to Comic-Con. Cyborg Man says, I would like to see the inside during a live stream. Well, Cyborg Man, maybe I'll try to do one again inside. I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi is going to hold up in there. It flaked out on me quite a bit more yesterday. So I've got one video yesterday that was a live stream on the inside, and then I did a second one that I just recorded with my camera and uploaded afterwards. The video in that second one was significantly higher quality. Kathy M, I just got back from San Diego Convention Center area this past Saturday. And Kathy, I bet when you did that, it was probably a lot less busy last weekend, wasn't it, than it is here for Comic-Con. Ryan Barnes asked, have you seen Unkitty TV show in Comic-Con? Ryan, I have not seen the Unkitty TV show yet. What network is that on? What do you want me to look for? I can try and find it and post a picture on Facebook if you'd like me to see something. Kathy M said 65,000, I think, last week. Yeah, so there was a convention here last week, right? It was Pride Week, right? So every almost weekend before Comic-Con is San Diego Pride Week, big parade up in Hillcrest. And so there are a lot of people that descend for that, but not nearly as much as Comic-Con. Because you figure Comic-Con has 100,000 attendees, but then the exhibitors and everybody else that shows up is probably double that number. This is San Diego's biggest event of the year. Okay, so now that we're into the thick of things again, there's this Nightfall thing where they've got a couple Knights Templar that you can take pictures with. They look pretty well dressed up. That's pretty cool. And then they've got like a Nightfall castle right here. You can see some of the show. Doesn't really show up all that well on this camera in the sun. They've got more guards over here, and they say you can store your gear with Knights Templar. So I think if you've got stuff and you want them to hold it, they'll hold it for you. And they look pretty dangerous too, because these guys have swords. Love it. All right. Let's see. Isaac Hernandez asks, what kind of panels are you excited for this year at Comic-Con? A panel that I always enjoy. I always enjoy going to the Family Guy panel with Seth MacFarlane. There's usually a Simpsons panel. I'm excited for the Orville panel, also Seth MacFarlane. I'm excited for Game of Thrones, though I doubt I'll actually be able to get into it because it's pretty crazy. Here is a booth promoting Ninjago, the ninja movie. And as you'll see, these places, they all say no badge required. But they seem to be kind of not doing anything right now. They were doing stuff earlier. I guess right now it's just pictures there. Let's see. Fun Girls NL says you can't do a live stream at the panels, right? Well, I certainly wouldn't be able to do one that I would talk in. If we look here, this is for like King Kong. You can get your picture taken in front of King Kong's hand, which is rather large. Yeah, and like some of the panels, they'll let you take pictures and stream. Most of them that are the big movie panels, if they're showing previews or things like that, then they really discourage any sorts of cameras at all. This is for Kong Skull Island. Cyborg Man asked if I've seen any good figures or statues collectibles. There are a lot of statues and collectibles. I mean, inside the exhibit hall floor, that's what it is full of. It just depends what good means to you, but there's quite a bit. You know, and having come to Comic-Con for 20 years now, almost every year, I really kind of limit the stuff that I buy, because if I bought stuff every year, my house would just almost look like Comic-Con, I guess. I might need a second house for all the things I'd be buying at Comic-Con. Jazz This says, this must be a boon to both the city's revenue and to local businesses. Restaurants and hotels must be absolutely slammed. They are, and these hotels in downtown will go for $500, $700 a night during Comic-Con. I mean, it is pretty crazy. There's more of the King Kong Skull Island stuff. And we'll walk further down this way. This is the main trolley stop that's in front of the convention center. I would probably say that, I don't know. Okay, back again. Sorry, cell phones dropped out. This right here is the Tin Fish Restaurant. And the Tin Fish Restaurant always kind of gets a different theme. This year it's themed for Midnight Texas. And they've got an interesting kind of like lounge set up here. Looks like something almost at like a psychic's office. And in the middle, they've got big promotion for Midnight Texas. And it's funny. I thought it looked like someplace you could get your fortune read. In fact, it is. They give you complimentary tarot card readings. I wonder what my fortune is. Cyborg Man asks if I've ever cosplayed at Comic-Con. The closest thing I really have to a costume, I have this light-up shirt that has a whole bunch of LEDs on it. I've worn that around at night. It just doesn't work very well in the day. And I am someone who, if you've seen my Singapore videos or things like that, I really sweat quite a bit. And so that cosplay in me doesn't really work all that well. I think the costume I might do well with is like Wolverine, because all I would have to wear are blades and not a lot of hot stuff. Game of Thrones, very big every year. These pedicabs are decorated and advertising Game of Thrones. Pedicabs are really popular in San Diego. There's just Jazz This comments and says, my fortune is your Wi-Fi signal will be spotty. You're right, I think that is a good fortune. There's a big line over here. This is right next to Petco Park and the Omni Hotel. The Omni Hotel inside has a future tech pavilion. And over here in this parking lot, they have the Game of Thrones exhibit. So that's always popular. I've seen lots of cool pictures from inside there. It looks pretty neat. I've just never stood in the 3-hour line that often makes up that. The Hard Rock Hotel has been decorated to advertise Kingsmen. Bespoke, made to measure, ready to wear tailoring, cloth sold by the meter. They also have a Kingsmen happy hour, and if you come in here today, Friday or Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m., you get free burgers and whiskey cocktail. I mean, where else do you get free burgers? That's pretty neat. I've seen these people around Comic-Con in a few places this year. eCoin, which, I don't know, is that like a new Bitcoin or something? Anyway, they're trying to get people to sign up for it. Lots of people standing around. I think they give out free lanyards if you do something. The Hard Rock Hotel is often where a lot of celebrities stay, so they also have a fair bit of security for people trying to go in there. If you want to see the lobby, come some other time than during Comic-Con. Here's someone from PBS. They are handing out an I Love PBS button. What you got?
We got tattoos, sir.
Oh, a tattoo. I will definitely.
got stickers over here.
I will definitely take an I Love PBS tattoo. Thank you very much. And a sticker. What stickers you got?
Dinosaur Train.
All right. Thank you very much. Stickers for Dinosaur Train from PBS. You can easily walk around Comic-Con and if you have a big bag, you can fill it up with stuff that you probably will never use or look for again in your life. Okay, so now I'm walking really into the middle of this sea of people. As I said, this right here, I'm now on 5th Avenue in the heart of San Diego's Gaslamp District. That's what the sign says, the historic part of San Diego. This is the central entrance to the San Diego Convention Center. And there's one of the San Diego trolleys in black. It's wrapped, they're usually red, but it's wrapped special just for Comic-Con. The San Diego police doing a great job out here. And I love this cool machine that they have. That's a really neat way to get around downtown San Diego. Always Christians out here telling you to repent and believe in Jesus. They're quiet today, which I like. Nugget of Blue Gold says, free burgers at the Heart Attack Grill. If you're over 350 pounds, probably give you a heart attack too. Jennifer Connolly says, be safe. Looks like people not watching where they're going. People are absolutely not watching where they're going. You are right. So a lot of the shops on 5th Avenue turn into like special shops during Comic-Con. This one here is the Snoopy and Belle in fashion shop. So these will just be a lot of like pop-up shops just for the weekend. You know, whatever these stores that were here find that they make more money popping up and selling special merchandise. The Hard Rock Hotel back here on the right always has a lot of decoration. Their restaurant, coffee shop typically gets some themed stuff.
Another fucking hater.
The old spaghetti factory, San Diego classic. It's been in San Diego for, I don't know, 50, 60 years, something like that.